Manga-Waido.
I'm Kento Tamba. People always told me I was a diligent guy. I graduated from a pretty decent school and landed a pretty good job after college. I was doing okay for myself. But when it came to girls, I barely had any experience. I was almost 30 now, so I knew something had to change. So one day I went to one of those matchmaking parties. There I met Aya. We really hit it off, and a few days later we started dating. Then we decided to get married. She's a great person. I loved her, but then it didn't take long for me to realize we had completely different values. For instance, when we were looking for our apartment, I wanted to live somewhere nice and quiet, but she wanted to live in one of those condominiums. I wasn't sure about it at first, but she said she would do all the housework, so I decided to give it a shot. The condo was 30 stories tall. We rented a room on the 20th floor. It was pretty expensive, but it was for my loving wife, so… But then a year later…
Hey, Kento! What the hell? Why is my shirt all wrinkled up?
Sorry, but we can't hang it outside, so…
Then use an iron! You're so useless! Ugh!
She was always like this. And she started making me do all the housework. And that wasn't all. We had dinner with our neighbors every once in a while, and when we did, she looked down on those who lived beneath her and sucked up to those who lived above her. It was embarrassing to watch.
Hey, Tamura! Yamanaka! Welcome! You guys live on the 5th and 7th floors, right? You must be exhausted. Miss Shimizu, you live on the 25th floor, right? Welcome! Come on in.
This is embarrassing.
Hey there.
Oh, hey, Kaiko. Long time no see. That's Kaiko. She lived on the same floor as us. She was a bit older than me. She was very polite, just like me, and she didn't really like coming to these dinner parties. But her husband, he was quite the character too.
Ah, Hidike, welcome. Looking good as always.
Thanks, Aya. You look great too. I guess that's why we both live on the 20th floor. Kaiko's husband had his own business. He ran this dating agency. He was a big hit with the ladies. Everyone said Hideki and Kaiko were the ideal couple, but…
When we're alone, we're constantly fighting. He's barely home. He says he's always working, but who knows? I thought about confronting him many times, but I'm just a housewife, so…
Oh, sorry to hear that.
And the thing is, the only reason we're living here is… Hey, Kento! Go say hi to Hideki.
Okay.
Oh, I envy you two. You're the ideal couple. I wish my husband was reliable like you.
I hated these dinner parties. Back home.
Whew, I'm exhausted. I hate talking to those losers that live on the lower floors. When are you gonna get a promotion anyways? I want to move up to the penthouse.
Look, you should stop looking down on people like that. It's not right.
Ugh, you just don't get it. It's all about what floor you live on. Now go clean up the party room. I don't want people to think my husband is lazy. Go!
Look, I'm busy too, okay? I got stuff to do. Why don't you go yourself?
Seriously? I want a divorce. Sign these.
What? Isn't that a bit extreme?
You scared, huh? You're pathetic. Just do as I say, okay? If I leave you, you'll be alone for the rest of your life. So, don't forget that.
Fine. She always did this, threatening me to divorce me. It was pretty annoying, but there wasn't much I could do. I'm tired of fighting. Hello there, let me help you. Ah, Mr. Sakaki. Hey, thank you. Of course, I'm the concierge. This is my job, so… This is Mr. Sakaki. He was the concierge. He was really kind. He was always helping me out. You're so polite and well-mannered, Mr. Tamba. I told the owner about you. He said he was glad to have you as a tenant. Thanks. The owner, he's really wealthy, right? Yeah, I believe so. He made all these communal spaces, hoping they would help the residents communicate better. I see. I hate it here, but I probably shouldn't say anything. I was hoping things would get better, but it didn't. It actually got worse. Then she started going out more often. Sometimes she headed out late at night after I got home from work. She always said she was just hanging out with friends, but I wasn't so sure. Did she cheat on me? I decided to hire a PI to look into her. But to my surprise, she was clean. She was just out with her friends. She wasn't cheating on me. I feel like such an asshole. What's wrong with me? Things between us were still awkward. I tried to fix things between us, but nothing was working. Then things at work started getting really busy. And a few weeks later, my boss told me to go on a business trip. That night when I got home, I told my wife about it, but then…
You better not be lying to me.
What? No, why would I do that?
Whatever. Hey, don't eat out, okay? We gotta save up money to move, so…
What? Why? What am I gonna have for dinner? And why do we have to move anyways? This place is good enough. Just be happy with what you got.
You talking back to me now? Fine. Divorce it is then.
Ugh.
Huh, that's what I thought.
Whatever, I gotta go.
Hey, don't ignore me! Hey!
I was getting tired of this. The next morning, I left the house without saying anything.
Morning, Kento. You going on a business trip or something?
Ah, Kaiko, hello. Yeah, I am.
What a coincidence. My husband is going on a business trip as well.
Oh, is that so? Well, I guess we'll both have some alone time for ourselves then.
Yeah.
So I headed out and hopped on a plane. But Aya, she kept calling me non-stop. I ignored her, but it was really distracting. Apologize right now and I'll forgive you? Seriously? What does she want from me? A few days later, I was finally back home. It was pretty late when I got there, but Aya wasn't home. And not only that, I found a piece of paper on the dining table. They were divorce papers. It even had Aya's signatures on them. She was definitely doing this to provoke me. That's it, I've had enough! Fine, if this is what she wants, then screw it! I signed the papers and headed out. She might be back any minute, so I decided to act fast. I walked out the door and headed to the city office. The city office was closed at this hour, but you could still submit stuff. But then when I got down to the first floor, I realized something. Wait, I need another person to sign this. We needed someone else that can sign the divorce papers. I could ask my parents, but it was pretty late. I didn't know what to do. Then I heard someone talking in the concierge's room. Wait, I know. Maybe I can ask Mr. Sakaki. So I walked in, but then… What are you doing here, Kaiko? Kaiko, just the person we wanted to talk to.
I was just about to call you. Can you take a look at this?
Huh? She pointed to the computer and told me to watch this video footage. What the? The next morning, Aya came back home.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready to move.
Huh? Wait, you mean we're moving to a higher floor?
No, I'm leaving. You should pack your things too. The movers are coming soon.
What?
Aya started flipping out, but I didn't care. Then the movers arrived. I told Aya to step outside. I told her to stop yelling, but she didn't listen. Then… Kaiko, what is the meaning of this? Oh, just as I thought. Kaiko and her husband came out to the hallway as well. The other neighbors stepped out of their rooms too. Alright, since we're all here, let's just get this over with. Let's get Mr. Sakaki too.
Alright.
Huh? They both seemed confused. We told them to follow us to the communal space where we used to have the dinner parties. Mr. Sakaki was already there waiting for us.
Look, I don't know what this is about, but why get everyone else involved? Let's just talk about this in our room.
Yeah, Kaiko, what is all this? And why is Mr. Sakaki here? I'm just here as a witness.
Witness? For what?
Look, we know, okay? You two are having an affair.
What?
Turns out these two are having an affair, and it was all caught on tape. Our condo had several guest rooms for visitors. And Kaiko's husband was frequently renting them out. He told Mr. Sakaki that his relatives were visiting. He didn't think much of it at first, but then when he ran into Kaiko one day and asked her about her relatives, she had no idea what he was talking about. She knew nothing about any of this. Kaiko realized something was up, so she asked Mr. Sakaki if she could see the security tapes. She was right to be suspicious. Hideki and Aya were spending the night together in the guest room. And not just once. Turns out this has been going on for a while now. No wonder the PI didn't find anything. You two never left the building.
Yeah, unbelievable. No, listen, it's not like that.
Just stop. You really think you can talk your way out of this?
Look, it was nothing serious, okay? Please, forgive me. It'll never happen again.
It's too late. We're legally divorced now, so…
Huh? What do you mean?
The divorce papers you left on the table? I handed them in. Kaiko and Mr. Sakaki even came with me. Last night when they showed me the video, I headed to the city right afterwards and handed in the divorce papers. Then I decided to move out. Mr. Sakaki called the movers for me first thing in the morning.
No.
Sorry about all this. No worries. I was only doing my job. Hold on! You're just a concierge! How do you have access to the security cameras?
Yeah, this can't be legal. This is an invasion of our privacy. We'll sue you. You already forget? Why do you think we can afford this place in the first place?
What? Wait, you mean?
We got permission from the owner. I called my father and asked him to talk to him. What?
Kaiko's father? He was good friends with the owner of this condo.
By the way, I already told your boss about this, and the owners of this place was furious with you.
Damn it!
I also told your family. They all know already. Get out and never come back. My lawyer will contact you soon. Here are the divorce papers. Sign them before you go. Kento, will you co-sign it as a witness?
Okay. Damn, I didn't know she was like this.
Kento, please don't divorce me. I learned my lesson, please.
You're the one that always brought it up, Aya. And you're the one that signed it first. It's over, Aya. Get the hell out. I'll see you in court.
No!
She went back to live with her parents after that. The courts ruled in my favor, so she had to pay for damages, but she had no money of her own, so her parents had to pay me on her behalf. After that, they disowned her and kicked her out of the house. She lost everything. Now she lives in an old crappy apartment by herself. Sucks for her, but oh well. As for Hideki, things weren't looking good for him either. His company went out of business, and with all the lawsuit on his hands, he was up to his neck in debt now. As for me, I bought a new apartment in a quiet neighborhood. I really liked it here. This is much better.
Yeah.
Oh, Kaiko, hey! Kaiko moved out of the condo as well. We both wanted to live somewhere quiet, so she ended up moving into the same apartment as me. So we were neighbors again.
Glad we're neighbors again.
Yeah, it was a rough couple of months, but glad everything worked out.